IT strategic alignment is an essential part of a proactive IT plan. Strategic alignment requires best practices that have been tested and proven. Do you know why best practices are important? We do. You aren't an expert in all things IT, but we are. Let's talk about best practice alignment. Hey, I'm Nick, virtual CTO here at DKBinnovative, and this is Make the Right Choice. When choosing an MSP, there are many different questions you should ask a company before you decide to sign on with them. This series will discuss questions you should ask about service desk, budget, how the MSP services technical risk, and more. Make sure to check out the playlist in the description to find out more about choosing an MSP. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the great videos and podcasts we post right here. Today, I will talk with you about best practices and the role of a VCTO. I will tell you the questions you should ask an MSP involving best practices, what a good answer looks like, and how DKB answers those questions. Best practice alignment technology is the backbone of keeping your business up and running. Without laptops, mobile devices, and cloud services, business would stop. As an essential part of keeping business going, your IT should align with your business strategy. These are the questions you should ask an MSP. First, what is the process for maintaining a list of best practices? Next, do you have dedicated people to monitor best practices for my company? And finally, how will I know when my company is at risk because of misalignment? The answers to these questions will help you determine if the MSP can meet your company's needs and if its IT strategy aligns with your business strategy. Let's get started. What is the process for maintaining a list of best practices? The MSP should use a list of vetted, globally accepted best practices. The list should be to the point, address current IT environment. It should include items that increase efficiency, productivity, are intentionally innovative, and most importantly, proactive. DKB has an extensive list of more than 100 plus best practices that our dedicated VCTO team checks against your environment via our continual rounding process. As we find items within or out of alignment, they're marked as acceptable or vulnerable in our gap analysis platform. Our findings are specific to each company and its goals. This way you know you will not have to worry about best practices that will not apply to your company. A great example of this is security compliance. Many companies must meet rigorous regulations around protecting client information such as healthcare. If your company doesn't need that level of compliance, we set the best practice alignment level at what your company needs. We customize the IT service to your company. Do you have dedicated people to monitor best practices for my company? Gap analysis and best practice alignment go beyond your standard service desk. The MSP should have professionals that are familiar with best practice standards and how to evaluate them. At DKB, our VCTOs have been professionally trained on IT best practice alignment and how to evaluate a company. They provide a dedicated role to make sure the IT health of a company is strong enough to meet today's challenges. This role is essential to the DKB IT process. Last question. Most important, how will I know when my company is at risk because of misalignment? The MSP should regularly work with your company leadership to update them when they're misaligned and provide them with information to make informed decisions. DKBinnovative is committed to making sure your company's IT is helping your business, not holding it back. After regular IT evaluations, the findings are then reviewed by the VCIO for business planning and presented to the client to discuss steps forward for moving them into best practice alignment. I hope this helped you understand your best practice alignment process. If you'd like to talk with a DKB professional about how our managed IT services fit with your company, there's a link in the description. Or you can visit our website at DKBinnovative.com. Thank you for joining me today. Stay tuned for the next video where we talk with Randy about the virtual CIO role and how they help with budget and technology lifecycle to better understand the questions you should ask around IT strategy. We at DKBinnovative are very excited about this series, so make sure you subscribe and have a blessed day.